I think it's ridiculous. All America wants to do is invade everywhere for their own benefits or whatever you call it. It's basically imperialism. It's not that they are going to bring democracy, human rights to Syria. Do they care? No, they don't. They say Assad killed 1,500 people with chemical gas. Yeah, we have to punish him. What about the 2 nuclear bombs you dropped to Japan and you wiped out 300,000 people? What about that? Did anybody punish you? We used to complain George Bush, Obama was a peaceful man and he got the Nobel Prize. You're joking? Take the Nobel Prize off. And he's gonna bomb that place. This guy gets a Nobel Prize. They went into Afghanistan, they took over Libya, they tried to do some stuff in Egypt. I think hopefully, look at England. The parliament there said no, and the English population, 90% almost says no, we don't want this anymore. We lost enough our soldiers in Afghanistan. And now Mr. Cameron, he's a moron, it's not Cameron, you know? He had to back off. That's so simple. We can do this, but come on, open your eyes, you know? War is not the solution.
War? War is not beneficial to anybody. Simple as that. Both parties will die. There's people will die. You know, I mean, there's countries will be destroyed. There is a beautiful country, Syria. I've been there so many times. I'm half Syrian myself, and I've been there. It's an amazing place. But now, like you go to old mosque, you go to old church. Most of them destroyed, and it's sad to see history is gone. Right?
I mean, look at Iraq and Afghanistan now. Still a mess. You know,
Yeah.
it would just be a long war, drawn out, cost a lot of money, and leave a country maybe worse off than it was before they poked their nose in. They just try and use excuses like this, like they're doing it for the greater good of man or whatever, you know, and it's rubbish. I mean, I think anybody who's had half an education would understand that behind any war, it's the motivation is money. You know what I mean? And of course, America. I think, definitely they want to run. They want that oil. You know.
We were lied to, obviously, in Iraq. You know, we were told there were weapons of mass destruction. Till this day, I don't think the world has seen a shred of evidence to suggest there were weapons of mass destruction. We've been told in this case that, you know, to quote Secretary John Kerry in the Senate, they don't have concrete evidence, but yet we're using that same burden of proof to bomb, you know, or to launch a war against a sovereign nation.
I grew up in Pakistan, and we saw that war against Soviet Union, and it was same happening. Back then, so-called Mujahideen was the favorite of all the allies back then against Russia,
right.
And they funded them, they provided them everything, money, and you know, some people say Pakistan army was supporting them and everything. So later on, the war finished, and now they are Al-Qaeda. They're killing them again. We need another war to finish them.
Today, I think we stand on the same side as terror in Syria. It's common knowledge that Al-Qaeda and you know, certain Islamist forces are fighting alongside the rebels. I think the Greens are way off the mark on Syria. The Greens, you know, they may think that they're clever by saying we're anti-war or anti-war on Syria, but essentially what they're saying is we're anti-war on Syria, but we support Al-Qaeda and the rebel faction army against Assad. Bob Carr went one step further. I think, you know, very famously called for the assassination of the president of Syria.
I think it's quite sad that Australia seems to be following in the footsteps of America all the time. I don't think what they're doing overseas and in Syria is anything beneficial to anybody. I think it's America's way of trying to take over another country. A lot of innocent people are being killed, and I don't think that Australia should be encouraging and being a part of that at all, no. But I feel like whether Kevin or Abbott wins, I think either way they're going to do what America does.
I am against the war because the innocent people, they're dying there for nothing. This is no good for human beings and for all human in Syria. If they attack Syria, they're going to start a third world war because Iran they're going to involve, Russia they're going to involve, China they're going to involve, and some countries they're going to involve with that against America.